Hey, Martin B. Martin B., you're the first one on Encounters, the UFO spiritual talk show. Welcome, Martin B. First person on here. Deb Hill, second person on here. Good evening, Deb, everybody. Squeakers, Tricky Dick, Lois, Mia T, John Jones. This is Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show. Your host, CmdrAleon. Welcome to a Sunday night edition of Encounters around the world. I am your host, CmdrAleon, contactee, radio talk show host here in the United States, a CE5 activist, and also been in the media part of things for a lot of years. Gary Hass, good to see you. Everybody coming in here. We'll be on here till approximately 1 a.m., 2 hours of encounters. Please follow. Amenia, good to see you. You can please follow us on my main bio page. Press the follow button, the red button, press the like button. Also, we want to get to 100,000 by 1 a.m. this morning. Hey, Ozzy, good to see you. Lawrence Walsh, Karen55, user 761, Rudy, everybody coming in here. Welcome to another edition of Encounters. And we're going to be, hey, Gabe, we're going to get into this object in Colombia in a place called Buga, or B-U-G-A, I think it's Braga or Burga, Colombia. This metallic object that landed in the woods in this place. I guess it's a very rural area. And hey, dude, and everybody, Danielle, Namia, 682 Scrub USA, good to see you. So we're going to show you Jamie Musan, who is a well-known UFO media person in Mexico. Now he speaks, we're just going to show you the object, but he does some analysis of it in Spanish. And it's been the wave. A lot of people have seen the video. I'm just going to show you the main part of the video. And some people think that this was sent to Earth as a device to make contact with the planet from a extraterrestrial craft that was much larger, sending this thing into our orbit in Colombia, South America, in a place called Buga. Welcome everybody to Encounters. We're just getting started, 8 minutes after 11 on Encounters. And yes, absolutely. Hey, John, welcome. I hope everybody had, if you have a mother or grandmother, I hope you all had a good Mother's Day out there. And yes, I really do hope that was the case for everybody. Hey, GR, welcome. Sal, Cowboy, 10 in Alabama. Hey, Jay. Terry, welcome. I got my apple cider going 007. Bond, welcome to the Sunday night edition of Encounters. Miha, 1241. A dose of K. Welcome, a dose of K. We're doing very well. Enjoyed family today and Mother's Day, and it was a good day, a beautiful sunny day. Welcome, dude. Welcome back. Sherry Dobler, welcome to the show. Sal, everybody, Lexicon, Jackie, Tyler, and just everybody coming in here. We appreciate you all coming in here. And our last two shows, hey, Leslie, will be on my YouTube channel by tomorrow night. I just downloaded the last two broadcasts, so they're not on the YouTube yet. They will be. It says there was a broken spacecraft from the 70s due to enter orbit and crash. Is that it? I'll show you the video, and I'm going to be showing this video. It's been all over the internet on YouTube and a little bit on here on TikTok, but I'm going to give some analysis of it and get your opinions on it. And this is the raw footage. Jamie Musan, he shows the entire footage on his program in Mexico. So I'm going to keep the audio down, and we're just going to look at the video. So I want to see what people think of that object. There's inscriptions on the object that was captured. Well, not really captured, they got it, the farmer, whoever it was. But I'm not sure if the government got it or scientists are looking at it. But at least Jimmy Musan showed the object in one of his broadcasts. And so I'm not sure how that happened. But hey, Marinette, good to see you. Thank you, Jenny, for the heart me. I appreciate that. Good, Peggy. You had a very quiet Mother's Day birthday. Oh, birthday and Mother's Day. Good on both ends there, you know. Oh, something hit Jersey too. I figured that was it. Yeah, this was, from Colombia. And it's a big thing on YouTube. People have been talking about it. But we're going to show you the footage. Hey, Bonnie, good to see you. Hey, Pink Tea, good to see you as well. 9 set, 4.0. Let's see, 9 set, got numbers. Hey, Kit Kat, May 11th at 11:11. Yes, it is now 11:11. Hey, good to see you. And again, everybody who has family, happy Mother's Day to all those that spent their day doing something Mother's Day. I know I took my wife out for breakfast this morning, and that was nice. And then we got the whole family together for Mother's Day dinner. So that was nice too. Hope everyone had something to do on Mother's Day here. Torrance Ashe, welcome. You know, good to see everybody here. And we were a little bit outside of our micro farming area earlier today. And it was really muddy. The ground was still muddy from all the rain we've had. And so I was walking, not all of it was muddy, but where I was digging what's normally dry dirt soil. When it's muddy and wet soil, it's heavy, and I was digging it out. I put in 2 Jersey blueberry plants in, and I put them in earlier today. I was so happy to get those plants in. So we're going to get lots of blueberries this year. And I had another blueberry plant that doesn't need 2 blueberry plants to produce blueberries, and that one came back this year with leaves on it. So we're very happy about the blueberries, and hopefully next weekend we'll be done with all the work that we've been doing in micro farming, and we'll start putting seeds in the ground and all that jazz, you know. So I didn't like when I saw an ET, I smiled, and the look I got was like it was a new concept. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Cleo. Good to see you. Deanna, Slam Right. Good to have you with us all here tonight. Lynn 948. Hey, Lynn. Child of Delight. I like that. Hey, Child of Delight 711. Lupita. Good to see you. Little Miss Blaze. Brandy Lynn. Welcome, everybody. Elaine Jackson. I'm hoping from Greenland. Hey, Greenland. Good to have you with us. That area, Greenland, Iceland, that whole area, the North Sea. Over the years, there have been many spaceship or UFO sightings up that way in the North Atlantic, North area. And what's really interesting is that whole area, the North Atlantic. Alma Bird went into the North Atlantic and came upon an area where he went into the inner Earth. Yep. There's a whole story. Well, there's a whole journal about that. Papa WG. Hey, Commander. Good to see you in Kentucky. Daryl. Arizona. Good to see you. And everyone coming in here. My cat is actually resting on her meditation pillow tonight, which is kind of unusual. Anyway, hey, Craigie B. Good to see you. Chantel. Everyone coming in here. Dia. The Maniac Mitzi, Spoonman. Hey, Spoonman. So if you're new to the show, welcome. Queenie V. Stallion. Hey, Stallion. If you're new to the show, welcome, everybody. Paul S. Everybody coming in here. Sober to Fitness. I've been hearing a lot about the ice wall. Yeah, and we've talked about Antarctica. There's a lot of really creative people doing AI videos here about what their perception is of what's in Antarctica. I wish we had some real footage from Antarctica. I'm sure there's some top secret footage out there, but a lot of people are creating footage. It's not the real stuff. It's just their AI allows them to create or CGI type stuff that looks really real. Greta, good to see you. Good evening. What is the real stuff? Well, here, and I'll get into that, and I can answer that question. With all the incredible creativity of the technology we have now to create these kind of videos, this I can tell you that there is definitely in Antarctica a number of things going on, which is one, there are definitely advanced cities in portions of Antarctica that exist, both ancient and non-ancient. There's also the international scientific community that has bases set up in Antarctica and other parts of Antarctica. That's been on there for years. Um, and the Columbia Orb, I'm going to show a video of that. Jamie Musan, who's a well-known media person in Mexico, I'm going to just show the video portion because I don't understand anything he's saying in Spanish, but I will definitely show the video portion without any sound. Hopefully we won't have any problems with the algorithm here on TT. We'll show that to you. And when you see it, the original video, it's pretty amazing. This thing chooses to, I think it was sent from a mothership, and it actually landed in the woods. And you see this farmer or person walking in the woods. He saw where it landed. He got the object, picked it up, but I'm sure it was given to somebody since that time. I don't know how it transferred from this person's hand into maybe media people like Jamie Musan or what have you. But he's been involved in this subject for many, many years. So we're going to show you the video. And I mean, seeing the video, I think it's pretty impressive. Now, I know there are people probably doing CGI videos and making it look like it's lighting up and everything or whatever. But we're just going to show you the raw footage. And I think a lot more of this is going to happen, not just in Colombia, but in other places. These objects will be coming to Earth from a larger spaceship or a larger object, so to speak. That's my current thought on the subject of what happened in Colombia, in Buga, in I think it's Bulgar or something like that. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but we'll show that portion of the video. Also, let's see, Sober to Fitness says, do you think the UFOs that come here are evolution of us from the future? So that could be a possibility. Some of that could be true. Many of these spaceships that come to our Earth come from other planets, not so much in the future, but from higher frequencies or other dimensions or other solar systems. They could be light years away from us. They're coming through portals, through other specific places. Anything is possible. Nothing's out of the realm of possibility. That could be part of it. Why not? It's certainly possible. A lot of them are coming from a very high frequency or vibration. Our planet now is vibrating at almost the same frequency that the space people are vibrating at, the ones that are the higher vibrational beings or the more advanced space people, the spiritual ones. They come from a higher frequency. Now, 30 years ago, our planet was not operating at that particular frequency. So right now, our planet is operating at a frequency equal to the frequency of those that are coming here that we see. Thank you so much for the gift. Oh, thank you so much. Let me see who gave me that one. Mina, thank you. Someone's sort of, I've never seen anything like that. Thank you. And so they're coming from these other vibrational patterns. So as you turn, like, when you turn a radio on, you want to get to an exact frequency in order to be able to hear what's going on. If you're not at the exact frequency, thank you for the Join My Team. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you're not the exact frequency that they come from, on the frequency, it's going to be distorted. Therefore, you're not going to be at the same level to understand what's being said versus on the audio. If you're set to a tuned frequency and you get the digital frequency correct, you're now able to hear the music that you want to listen to. If you're off the frequency, you're not able to hear the music very well. So as you get on the frequency, you're able to hear the music clear as a bell. Look at the space people that are coming to Earth, operating on a vibrational pattern way higher than most humans have been for thousands of years, millions of years. So we are now at that vibrational pattern, And that's the reason why a lot of these spacecraft with space people or beings in them are now coming to Earth. But they've been coming to our planet for billions of years. But if we talk about current humanity, which is us right now here in 2025, whatever decade or generation you're from, hey, Lavola, good to see everybody coming. Susan Mary, thank you. Whatever generation, Shannon, everybody coming in here, welcome. Wherever you come from, whatever decade, we're all going to experience, as long as you're here now, we're all going to experience the increased activity of these UFOs, of these what I call intergalactic spaceships, multidimensional existence. And there's no set pattern. We're trying to figure out, like, how do they get here? How they're doing this? Once we learn how they do this, when we're able to do what they do, we'll be in a conscious state to be able to go to other planets less evolved that are like Earth, and be able to teach them how we got to where they are. Because for every planet that is like us right now, there's 10 bazillion other planets that are just elevating to a vibrational frequency. So it's like a graduation. We all graduate. We all graduate from a university, a college, high school, whatever. So when you graduate from one level of learning, right, everybody, you go to another level of learning. That next level of learning takes you to a different place, right? You're never going to be doing the same thing you did in high school and reading the textbooks that you're going to do in college. You might be in college and say, well, I want to be an artist. So instead of studying science, you say, now I'm going to do painting. Beautiful. You're doing the painting. Now you're taking another creative level of your consciousness to expand beyond one specific thing. As we expand our consciousness, we're able to do so many more things. So the person that was studying all these different things in high school now is becoming an artist and creating a painting, a tapestry, something that is going to be creative that we've never seen before. So when you look at what I'm saying, the analogy of what I'm saying is here, that we are now going to a place that we've never been before as a society, as a planet, as a whole. Sober2 says, why would they learn from us when they have more advanced technology? Well, they're not coming here to learn anything from us, so to speak. They're here to show us a better way. We're here to learn something from them. As a matter of fact, the other thing is, not only are we here to learn something from them, well, they'll learn some things from us too, but they're here to show us a better way. We're here to not only learn something from them, but we're here to make contact. It's time for humanity to meet their star family. And so the reason why they're coming here is because we are connected directly to these different star civilizations that come beyond Earth. I call them star civilizations, that's what they are. They come beyond Earth, and we are connected to these different civilizations. We might not know, hey Jay, we might not know what our connection is yet. You might not know that you have a connection to a space family out there in the universe or multiverse, but every single person, new and old here in my show, you do have a connection to the stars. And we're not talking about the physical star. We're talking about, when I say the word definition of a star, is we have connections to our star families. These are space people, men and women that come from other worlds. We have a connection to them or to a specific civilization. You might not even know what that is yet, and that's absolutely fine, but we all have a connection. Hey, Nicole, thank you. Kazoo, thank you, to that specific way of thinking. Hey, Acid TV, their technology is so advanced we can't perceive most of it. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Our perception as a general society, we have no idea what their technology is like. Now, our people in the secret governments that are trying to, that have reverse engineered technology from some of these other lower vibrational ETs, they have an idea at places like Area 51 or things like that of the technology, but the more advanced beings have technology that's way beyond that of the lower vibrational ETs. They have a much more advanced technology. Child of Light says, I'm ready to meet my star family. And I would concur that a lot of people, like Child of the light are actually ready to meet their star family. If I had to take a poll right now of my TV audience here on Encounters, I would say that most of you, if you're not sure what a star family is, that's a different question. But if you know what a star being is or a star family is, that most of you would concur that you are ready, as she just said, to meet your star family. Am I correct? And the reason why 940 I'm called Commander, I've always called myself Commander. That I'm in command of my spiritual beingness. I'm in command of my cosmic understanding. I'm in command of my whole self. So I don't use the word commander like on Earth. The word definition of a commander is somebody in an Air Force, commander of an army group or whatever. My definition of commander is a more spiritual definition. I control everything about myself, my cosmic understandings of life. So I'm in command and in control of who I am. Nobody else is. So that's why I call myself CmdrAleon. Just so you know. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole says, I'm ready. Thanks for teaching us about everything. I appreciate that. Did you hear about the metallic sphere they found in South America? I'm going to be showing the video tonight of that. Jamie Musan, who's a well-known host in Mexico, who's done TV shows on UFOs for years. I've got the footage right here on my iPad. I'll be showing it. Thank you so much, Hetty. Good to see you. Thanks so much for the gifts, everybody. Rosie, thank you, Kazoo. We're going to show that. We're going to show that piece of footage. I'll probably show it right now. I think people want to see it. I don't think, when I first heard about it on my show here, I think it was a few days ago. Hey, Eddie, thank you for the gift. I want to show you the video without the sound. This is from a place called Bluger in Colombia, South America. Let me see here. Oh my, okay, here we go. We're going to go into the non-green screen thing. I'm going to turn my light off here so I can show this to you. All right, let's do this here. Hold a minute. Well, first let me make sure I've got it on the screen here. Yeah, I think we do. Here we go. This is from... A bunch of people see this. This is in Colombia, South America. This is just recent. This is the actual footage. This is amazing. And there's inscriptions on the metallic object. When it went down, it was definitely being controlled by a larger spaceship. You're going to see this thing. It's a place called, look it up. Buga is the name of the area in Colombia. This just happened recently. You're going to see the thing land in a field, not a field, in the woods. And the locals are looking at this thing, and this man goes into the woods and picks it up. Check this out. And you can see there's an intelligent movement to it. It's definitely moving intelligently. It's an unmanned object. And it's going to go down in a few minutes. You'll see it go down. And you're going to see it go down on the ground in this area. It seems to be a mountainous area in Colombia. And it's getting a lot of talk. A lot of people are discussing it. And I decided I believe it's totally, I mean, the obvious thing is legit. It was recorded. It's not CGI or AI. This is the original footage of the object, and it's getting ready to make a landing. Of all places, in the woods, in a place called Buga, Colombia. So just watch this. You'll see it land, and then you're going to see a local person walk down into a gully and actually find the object sitting there, and he picks it up. Let's see. Did they show that part? there was a portion of the video. Let me see if they show it. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to show the rest of it. Wait a minute. Okay, here's more of it right here. I just wanted to skip the other thing. This is the object. It was over a city area, I think, but this thing was traveling. It was recorded. And it's going to go into a wooded area. It should go into a wooded area. When it does that, this guy picks it up. This guy wearing a hat picks it up. Let's see here. I want to see if they show that. This is the video that I was looking at before. This is what's happening. This is how we're getting prepared for contact. These objects that are unmanned, that are sent to Earth from large spaceships that have intelligent beings in them, we're sending these things to Earth, and they want us to find them. They choose the areas where they go. Colombia, South America. And this thing goes in. Now this is where, oh, here it is. Here's where the guy goes into the woods. This guy saw the object where he was, outside of the city area, in a place called Buga. The object is shining. And as you watch the object, it landed, it didn't crash land, it just landed. And this gentleman here actually finds the object. There it is right there. The object we were watching that was in the air over Colombia, in this area of Colombia, goes past the town or city and goes into the woods. Gentleman comes into the woods and he picks it up. So it couldn't have been too heavy. The object itself obviously wasn't heavy, and you're going to see him pick it up. Check this out. He picks it up, and he is now walking with the. Okay, so he was walking. That's the end of the video, but you get the gist, and we'll talk about that. That's an amazing piece of footage. And the object itself is amazing. Basically, on the object, Jamie Usan shows the object. Maybe he got a hold of it. And there's writing on it that's very much not of the Earth. Inscripted on it is all these symbols and everything on the object. So the question comes into, where did it come from? Well, my obvious feeling after reviewing all the footage is that it came from a mothership. It came from a larger ship that was released into the atmosphere over Colombia, South America, into this area. And it was obviously supposed to be found. And it was found. And now the whole thing is analyzing what the symbols on it mean. What's its purpose? I think that we've seen incredibly in the last 2 years. Thank you for, well, that's different. Thank you so much for that gift. Greetings, everybody, to the show here. I think the orbs are being sent from motherships. Dee says, rather it's of alien origin is the big question. I think it is. I think it was sent down from a mothership. Hey, Crafter, thank you for the gift. I think it was sent down from a mothership that was cloaked somewhere very high up in the atmosphere, because when this thing was being seen, there was nothing else out there. Casey, my analysis is that I think it's from a spaceship, or mothership, spaceship. I think it's from a larger ship that has people on it or beings on it, and it was released over that area. So my analysis is that is exactly what I think. And there have been a lot of orbs that have been happening. We've got the small orbs that have been seen all over the United States, over in the UK. We've got the large spaceship orbs coming out of New Jersey over the Atlantic Ocean last year. I think that all these things are going to increase. Kevin says, "Hey Kevin, are any of the ETs that are coming wishing to free us from being or enslave us? No, there's no enslaving of the human population, but they've been here for billions of years, and both ends of it. You've had the negative ETs here, you've had the positive ETs here. What you're going to see now is the exodus of the negative ETs and the increased sighting of these objects that are coming from the positive ETs. So, to answer your question, good question. Sally says, given how easy the man picked it up, it may be some type of a balloon. I need to see the symbols. Jamie Musan shows the symbols, and I'll have to go back where he has the symbols on it. But when you look at the symbols, if you look at Columbia, if you just do it yourself on YouTube, Columbia, there's so many different people with information on this. You got to know who you're looking at. And Columbia UFO, or let's say orb, metallic orb, there are symbols on the actual object. And I think Jamie Musan shows those symbols. He's the UFO person in South America. That's very well known. He's been around for many years. Amelia says, adorable new gifts. Guess we forced him to participate, whatever these are. Hey, Amelia. I have nice orbs here, and Jersey for Life, one of our viewers and friends, has orbs that she's recording where she is. So some of these orbs are not necessarily solid objects. Some of them definitely are. Some of them are translucent. GR says, Commander, what is your opinion on these things, potential radiation exposure? I don't think these orbs that this one in Colombia that landed, there's no radiation exposure. The only time there's radiation exposure is if they're from a lower vibrational spaceship. Those ships tend to have, as advanced as they are, they're still using radioactive material to travel from point A to point B. If it is a higher vibrational spaceship, they don't use any kind of radioactive material in their ships. They operate in a more advanced technology that doesn't require any radioactive material. Tara says, I have a video, I think, which I am sending you right now, may be the same and may be different. Tara, we'll have to take a look at it. Let's see. Fat says, they had an AI try to read the writing on it, but I forgot what it came up with. Interesting. I'd like to see what that is. Excuse me. Sober to Fitness says, which ETs though? Well, in terms of this orb, my feeling is the one from South America, from Colombia. I don't think it's coming from a negative civilization. But I only know what I know, and until we have more information, the only thing I do know is that I saw more footage of it that showed these symbols that are ancient, like to me they're ancient, inscribed on the metal itself. Hey, Thomas says Starlike. I don't think the Grays. No, there was other symbols that were foreign to anything I've seen before. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, I'll never conform. Good to see you. Welcome. Gabby says, was anybody in here in the GATE program as a child? In the GATE program? Not sure. Let me, while I'm here, I'm going to drink some apple cider. And good to have everybody coming back in here. I'm glad to be seeing all of you here and all the new people coming in here. Ron Blaze. Hey, Ron. Ron says, do you think the negative ETs, the Greys, which are also known as the Zeta, whom our government is allegedly involved with in fear. Our government has been involved with the Zeta, which some people call the Greys, for over 70 plus years. And that's been done, and it should have never been done, but it's been done for many, many years. That program that they did start, our government, with the Zeta, that program is going to fall apart. It's actually falling apart. There have been positive efforts by what we call the Star People to make sure that the Zeta leave the Earth. If there are any Zeta on our planet, they're being taken off the Earth, and they've been continually taken off the planet for a number of years. And more so now that we're getting all this discussion about contact. Now, there's another thing going on. Evidently, there's a whistleblower in the Pentagon, or somebody in the Pentagon, saying that the Anunnaki. Now, this is where gets interesting. They're saying that the Anunnaki are returning to Earth in about 2 years. Now, again, I don't know that that's the case or not the case. Me personally, from my understanding, I think that they're already here. I don't think they're here en masse. I think they're already here. But I did read a report talking about this, about the Anunnaki coming back in about 2 years. Now, historically, the Anunnaki have been talked about on Ancient Aliens, the TV program, have been talked about on other documentaries about the history of them as some sort of gods, over coming to Earth and being very powerful. But this supposable whistleblower, and I'm going to do some more research on this, just for sake of discussion, that the Anunnaki are coming back. So I know there are people out here, and a few of them, who have actually had contact with the Anunnaki. I know them. I've interviewed people here. So on a mass scale, are the Anunnaki coming back? I think there's a lot of different star civilizations that are coming back to Earth from beyond Earth. And that's what's happening now. We're starting to see all these things occur in our skies that are not from our planet, that are from beyond our planet. So it would make perfect sense that they would want to be here and come back at a certain point in time. They're not coming back to look and see how we evolved. Although, have we evolved? Are we evolving? The answer would be yes. If we weren't evolving, we wouldn't be sitting here on TikTok having a conversation right now. We'd be in the Stone Ages, trying to figure out how to eat some food, how to get a fish out of the lake. So we've come far beyond what they call a primitive civilization. Although we could be considered primitive by the way we act. We can have all the technology, all the cell phones, everything else, but that doesn't mean we're an advanced civilization. That means we have the ability to communicate with each other. I think what they're looking at is our advancement in our spiritual growth. Not so much the fact that we're human beings with a brain that can actually speak English or French or German or whatever. They're looking at, have we evolved on a spiritual level? I think we are evolving at a spiritual level. Off the Road says, the Guatemalan find with the small pyramid beside a sarcophagus and old language. Interesting. Peggy says, what about the bacterial and parasitic exposure? You mean to the objects? Could you be more specific, Peggy? Dee says, Commander, why won't the star beings show themselves to me? I gave consent. I think it's a matter of time. I think there's a lot of people that are good people that want to have that contact. I think it's all about us getting it's not so much consenting to having contact. I think it's about spiritual growth. I think we're all involved in it, myself included. I think we'll all have that contact in that physical level. Once we're at that certain point in our vibrational pattern or frequency, D. So I'm with you there. Like for me, for many years, I'd say, if I'm somewhere, come on, let's land a ship and let's make contact. So now, for me, the same thing would be I've consented to that for years. Now, we have had sightings in our group, our Astro Command C5 group. So in that sense, we've had the visual sightings. Now, in terms of physical contact, I think that will happen for you at some point. And it's not so much consenting to having the contact. I think it's doing the meditation work, just focusing on inner reflection and being patient. That's one of the things on earth we all have to learn, because we live in a fast-paced society, about patience. And I think we all, at least here, I think most of us do have a bit of patience, more than the general society out there, which is what we call the rat race. Mark says the symbols on the orb match the symbols on the sarcophagus in someone's pyramids. Oh, interesting. You know what? I think I did see that in one of the symbols. I think that's absolutely correct. Dee says it is because, Kathy, thank you. Oh, thank you for the hat. I appreciate it. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Thank you. It says, Dee says, because I'm planning to spiritually test their presence with words to delta darkness. Well, I think what you have to do, Dee, is just focus on not testing them, but focusing on connecting with your star family. So the them that you're testing, again, you want to get refocused on just figuring out how to connect with your star family, Christed beings of light, which I call them. And if you focus on that, that will be the most important thing you do. Now, on a daily basis, it's like going out for a walk in the morning. If you focus on, and I love all the people here, you're great. Focus on connecting with whoever your star family is. Now, who knows who it is? It could be any group of star beings. But once you focus on that aspect, you will eventually see the fruition of your work in that area, where you will have the contact with them. And there's no rush to having contact with your star families, whoever they are. We all have them. If I were that smart, I'd be able to tell everybody all their star families, and I just don't know that. Code, thank you for the share. Ron Blade, yes, it could be. There are a couple of people on my show that come here that have connections to the Anunnaki. Oh, no, I appreciate that, Dee. I think you will make contact. You might want to use the Dr. Stephen Greer app, which is it's actually called C5. I would say use the C5 app, download it if you have an Android phone or an iPhone, and attempt to use the app. It'll help as a tool to get you into that kind of ability to do it. And if you follow it to a T, you'll probably have some visual contact to start, and then using telepathy, ask internally in your consciousness that you wish to contact your Christed star family, and I think eventually you'll actually have it happen. But sometimes when we get into the word trying, I'm trying to do it, it doesn't happen because we're trying too hard to do it. Therefore, it doesn't happen. When we don't try at all, when I've been to some people here, they've just automatically had contact without trying. They just use a certain specific way, and it seems to work. Everyone's a little bit different. Are you talking about Stallion, the Stargate? Can you describe what kind of gate you're talking about? Let me bring you up here for a minute. I want to get a better understanding of what the gate is so I can actually answer the question. What is the gate problem? Timmy, good to see you. Everybody coming in here. Hey, Rob, good to see you. Nima says, can you give any advice on developing telepathy? Oh, I absolutely can. I actually, let's see here. Nima, I'm going to bring you up here if you'd like to come up as a guest. I'd love to. I'm randomly pulling people up here, but you can't even speak English. Pulling people up here, inviting people up here. So if you'd like to come up, your question is, can you give any advice on developing telepathy? Yes, I can. One of the things I've learned over the years in my honing in on telepathy is I sit quietly in my meditation room here. And then when I want to communicate, Sandra, thank you for the gift, I use my inner voice, which is the one that's not speaking like this. And I'll close my eyes and I'll ask myself to put the energy out there to communicate with my star family. And I'll say, okay, Ashtar Command, okay, I wish to know what other things are happening that I need to transmit to the public. And just simple things like that. Now, I've been doing telepathy communications for a number of years in my adult life. and I'll get downloads from them pretty much on a regular basis. I can turn it off like a radio, or I can turn it back on again. And so I would say the best advice in terms of developing telepathy is through a deep meditation state for about 30 minutes a day or night, and just focusing on, using even higher dimensional music, and just focusing, if you know who your star family is, or if you don't know, say that you wish to connect with your Christed star family, and you're listening for a response. You're going to say that internally without speaking it in words. You see, like right now I'm talking to you. But if I didn't say anything and I was like this, so without speaking words, what I'm doing is I'm transmitting communications internally. Oh, there they are. A little bit of delay on
Hi,
the thing. Hey,
Commander.
hi, how are you?
I'm good. Don't mind me. It's like 10 to 5 in the morning in Ireland here.
Oh, yes, I know it's early. It's
I
time for breakfast.
I know, but like I'm always up at night, so I can't sleep anyway.
Yeah,
But thank you so much. I just was really, really hoping that I could get the answer for how to develop telepathy.
yeah. You want to come on camera? I just pressed a button here, and you can get it right on the camera with me if you press the button and save it.
Okay, hold on. Don't
I
mind me
think
because
it'll.
it's like 5 in the morning, so
I know. Five in the
I
morning
probably
is
look a
absolutely
little
beautiful.
crazy.
I think she's able to do it. There should be
Let's
a little
see.
save button there somewhere.
If this will work here.
Oh,
Oh, it
there you
worked.
are. It worked. Good morning over there in Ireland.
Hi.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you. Welcome to
It's
Encounters.
so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me up.
Yes. So, have you yourself had any experiences regarding seeing anything that's unusual from the sky in Ireland? I have a feeling you have, so I want to hear your story too.
I have, and it's so funny because like I'm not really used to being on camera on TikTok, and I was just on the Friends with Fairies one a couple of days
Oh,
ago.
okay.
I know, and it was like crazy hours as well. So I'm having a lot of communication with beings for sure. Like probably about 6 weeks now.
Oh, really?
So, because I live like in the countryside, but they're literally like there's a lot of different kind of beings that's coming. So it's all kind of new for me, but I can't hear them, so I don't know what they're trying to tell me.
Hmm. Interesting. So, can you tell us a little bit about you being out in the country, which is beautiful? I can only imagine that where you are. When you see them, what can you tell us a little bit about the ships? What the ships look like that you're seeing over there in Ireland?
Yeah, I started to put a few little things on my TikTok. I'm still a little bit shy about that. I'm 50% certain that I'm supposed to start to do that.
Okay.
I'm 50%, I'm still a little bit unsure. So I do have a few things on my TikTok page there. But well, this is kind of wild, but like there's lots of different experiences I've had. So about 6 weeks ago when they first came, uh like I first saw a big, huge, this is gonna sound completely crazy, but I have
No,
seen,
no one. I always hear people say
I
the
know,
word crazy, but
I'm
you're
not
not crazy.
sure.
Let me try to reevaluate the wordage. I am not crazy. I'm
I
telling you
know.
something real. There you go.
I know, and I have loads of videos and stuff, but I first saw like a huge yellow egg. No, it wasn't yellow, it's like a golden egg the size of a
Hmm.
house.
Hmm.
And this was the first week, so I was a little bit freaked out because I was like, what the hell is this? Is happening here? Oh, there's Nicole. Hi, Nicole. So this yellow egg, I only seen it once and I hope that I see it again. It was glowing so big and it was in the field right next to my house. So
Oh, wow.
when I open up my bedroom window, my top bedroom window, I could see it. And every 15 minutes it rose higher and higher.
Oh my
And I was like,
gosh.
God, like this is actually insane. But because it was so new and it was the first week, I was so freaked out. I just, I just like watched it for half an hour and then I kind of got into bed and I put the blankets over my head and I was like, what's actually going on? Because it made me quite nervous. And
Hmm.
there's another ship that comes to the end of my garden. but I thought it was an actual like star being. I thought it was, what are they called again with the lines? And
Um, okay, with the nines, let me think about this for a minute.
Lyran. I
So,
thought it was the
the
Lyran.
oh the Lyrans, the
But
Lyrans.
so at first, when this kept coming, for about 3 weeks, this came to the end of my garden. So I thought it was a Lyran, but then I realized, oh my God, it's actually not a being at all. It's huge. It looks like a crystal lion's head.
Oh wow.
It's like something from a sci-fi movie. A
Mm-hmm.
big
Mm-hmm.
crystal lion's head with massive eyes, white eyes and black slits.
Oh my
And it's
gosh.
made out of crystal and white, blue and red. But then I realized, oh my God, that's actually not a being. It's a small ship. And
Oh
it's
wow.
so cool. So, and it was here again for like half an hour and then it disappeared. And then last night it was here for half an hour and then it disappeared. But then
Oh wow.
I was like, wait, where's it gone? So when it came and it disappeared, I started to freak out. I was like, where's it gone? Like, where is it? So I went to the fields. I normally go out at night here because that's when lots of the things happen.
Yeah.
So I went to the fields and all of a sudden, so I've seen a couple of ships have come to the field and they actually do make noise. So I heard a noise, and how I know that it's a little ship on the field because it shows itself a little bit to me. It makes
Mm-hmm.
a specific noise, and it's got a very, very, very white light. And so I knew that was the ship coming towards me. And the more that they've shown themselves to me, the less the fear has been going away.
Yes.
So anyway, I have a video of this. I haven't put it up. It's actually my story now, actually, but I haven't put it up on.
Okay.
But you can see. I don't know if this is Lion's Head ship. It's either one of their
Wait.
cards. They have like
I
these.
have I have if I go to your page now, is there something on there I can show everybody?
Yeah. Can you look at the video,
Yeah, I
or
can definitely do that.
can you look at the
I'm gonna go
story?
yeah, I can go to your page and I'm gonna show everybody here around the world what it is you're talking about. Let me just go here and I'm gonna put your name in and see what happens, everybody. This is gonna be interesting to see if I can do it. Let me see here.
Before
Uh,
you do it, Commander, before you do it, if you want, I
yeah,
can show you something.
okay.
I don't know if you guys want to see now, but there's one guy at the end of my garden now, and I can show you now.
Oh yeah,
Through,
okay.
and then you can show my page. I can show you through the window, but these guys.
There's something going on right now outside your window.
Okay, now the camera doesn't pick it up as well as
Right.
the eye, because obviously they look like round orbs, but you might see
Hmm.
him. But I call him my sparkly guard. So there's a
Okay.
sparkly guard. I have names for them.
Oh wow.
The white sparkly guard. He stands now. It's getting bright, so he's moved further back. But I'm going to show you him.
Okay.
I'll see if you guys can pick it up. Hold on. But to the eye, he looks like a white sparkly guard. But I'll see
Oh,
if
interesting. This is gonna be great.
so.
I'm watching encounters.
I'm just
Go,
gonna. You'll see a white sparkly thing. I'll see if you guys can see it.
okay. This is gonna be amazing. It's after 5 a.m. in the morning in Ireland, what you said. Oh yeah. Is that the light out in the distance in the field?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, look at that. That's the light. That light in the field is what she's talking about, everybody. And it looks like if you're right up to it, it's pretty big. I mean, comparably, how big do you think it is?
It's the size of a small adult. Now, I'll have to show
Oh,
you that. Now, over to the left here in the fields, they only come a certain distance to me. So, but there's a whole bunch of orange ones and there's one red one. I'll see if you
oh
guys can.
wow.
Now, I'll see if you can see anything. It's just in the
Okay.
field.
Oh, this is great. Let me see here.
They've moved back because it's kind of getting light. But this is
Oh, okay.
so she'll stay there.
Oh, there's the light there. So that light out there, everybody, is as tall as an adult human being, correct?
Yeah.
And it's extremely radiant. It's extremely bright from the where you are.
Yeah. So there's orange ones, white ones. There's one red one, and there's lots of different things. And there's a green being. So every like few days or every week, they're showing new ones to me, new ones come out. So
Oh
there's
wow.
so there's a green being. You'd like to see it closer if possible, I know. So there's a green being, and she's across the field from me, and I have a video on my page right now,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the green bean walking with me. And
Mm-hmm.
we come to a bush, then the green bean goes behind the bush, and then she peeks out. So that's on my page now if you want to
Oh
have a look.
wow. Now this one here, the one out in the field, what would happen if you walked out with your camera towards the field, towards it, and
I
then
do.
set up?
So what
Can
I
you?
do is I go up to the top of the field and they all
Mm-hmm.
surround me.
Yeah.
But you see, they're keeping a distance. They are getting closer and closer. So
Uh-huh.
I've been working on my frequency because
Yeah.
you have to working on your frequency. I've been learning a lot about working on your frequency, like my diet,
Yeah.
less sugar. I don't drink alcohol. I'm trying to cut out the sugar.
Yeah.
And then also, unfortunately, I've have to walk away from, not really
Yeah.
great relationships because I'm trying to keep myself in the place of joy and
Right.
like
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I think like when I'm around them, I feel so much love. I feel like I can't explain the love that I feel from them. It's amazing.
So if you were to, I'm not suggesting you have to do this, but if you were to walk outside now in encounters and
Yeah.
walk in the field and just tell them with CmdrAleon, just say internally in your consciousness to speak to them, say I'm on live here with a person that works with the star people. I wonder if they would stay there and let you get closer to them so that we actually and say, okay, we'll let you get so close, but we want you to at this point stop close enough so that your camera can pick it up for the whole world to see that being out there that's in the field, because that's pretty amazing what's going on right now in this program, and what you're sharing is absolutely amazing to me.
Well, if you want, I don't know, like I can bring it out if you want. Now
Yeah.
it's bright. Just give me 1 minute because I gotta put my
Okay.
shoe. Okay.
Okay.
If you
And
want to
and we're
know,
not guaranteeing anything here. I'm not putting her on the
yeah.
spot. I just think it's amazing, exciting, and this is what this show's about. We're about bringing people together here from all over the world, and these things are happening. You know,
Come on there. While I'm just getting my shoes on, can you, and I'll put my
yeah,
earphones on because there's a guy in front
yeah.
of me, so I don't really want him to.
Okay, okay, I gotcha.
But can you just show the guys the green being on my
On the
it's
video,
so it's on
I
my
have,
it's
I
so
have. Can you
it's
see it? There's a green. There's an
so
evening welcome. The green, my galactic bestie. Is that it?
yeah, that's the one. And I'll put my shoes on, guys. Okay.
All right, I'll show that. I'll show that. I'm going to go into my other camera. Well,
Give me one
my other
minute.
camera. Yeah, I'm going to go into. Let me just change the camera here. Hold on, folks. I'm going to go and turn my green screen off here so I can show you the green being. Let's see. Here we go. Hold on a minute. Uh, Here it is, right here. I think it's right here. I'm hoping this is the right video. Let me turn my light off here for a minute so you can all see this. All right. I think this is the video. I might be wrong. This is one of her videos. And she'll be back in a minute. So I think this is the right one. You're watching Encounters. My guess is from Ireland, and she's having direct contact with amazing, positive beings, spaceships, and other things. Here, this is. Let me see here. I'm still showing this video here, and I think she's going outside now. So we're gonna go back to her, and we're gonna switch back on my green screen here. Let me just do this here. Hold on that. All right. All right. And let's see here. She's froze a little bit here in Ireland. I'm not in Ireland. She is. If you can hear me, are you still there? You froze.
Dark. Oh, it's
Oh, there you
frozen.
are.
Hold on. Okay. They might not be here because it's getting bright, but if they're not here when I get to the top of the field, I'll check back in with you guys in the dark.
Okay.
I'll have to try to catch it maybe an hour and a half before this time because
Yeah.
it's 5 a.m. here,
Yeah.
but I'm the worst sleeper anyway.
Yeah. I'm a night
But
owl. I've always been a night owl all my life. I think ever since I was a kid.
uh,
For some reason, everyone goes to sleep. I'm the one that's up all night. Not all night, but I'm
yeah,
just like, yeah.
I love the nighttime, but luckily I can
Mhm.
sleep in the morning, so it's all okay. But they might not be here because it is quite bright. But I will show you guys again. But you never know. Okay. Oh, okay. So, uh, so yeah, you can still see. Do you see the orange ones in the distance?
Oh yeah, there's one right there.
That's
Can
them.
you? That's them. So let's
Okay.
focus on them. I think everybody here from all over the world focus
Oh,
on them.
guys, a big one of the trains like just went by. There's a little space car like train things,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we just missed it. Oh, there's one lighting up for us. So, do you see over there? It looks like a house.
Okay. Let me. Are we looking? Where is the camera going? Where are we looking at now?
Right. See,
I'm
it's
just
hard.
trying. Yeah.
It's hard because I wish I could turn this around.
Oh, the camera you
But
can. You just
oh,
have to
can
press
I?
on your camera. You just have to on the TikTok press the reverse button. There's a reverse on your camera. You can just show us the field instead of the face. You
How
just
do I
go
do that?
into more options, and there's a thing that
Okay.
says flip camera. It says live gifts, flip camera, or whatever. Just flip your camera on your
And is it
live.
settings? Is it settings? No.
Yeah, it's under settings. It's under more. It says more, and yeah, it's
More.
under, and it'll
Oh
be
yeah.
the flip camera, and
Oh,
let's
I
go right
got it.
back on the screen. There you go. There
Oh
you
no,
go.
that's
Good,
not
good.
no.
No, you can
Already.
flip it. You can flip
And
her. You
save
can
it.
flip the camera.
There we
There you
go.
go. You got it.
Okay,
There you go.
guys, there's one lighting up for us right now. Let me see. It's not really coming up there. Oh, it's pity I can't zoom in.
Oh, there you are.
Oh,
You're on the camera now.
you can't really see it. Can you see an
We
orange light? Can you see an
we
orange
can
light?
see the field.
Okay. Do you see an orange light in the distance?
Yeah, no, TikTok doesn't have a
No.
zoom mode. Hopefully, they don't
Oh,
have a zoom mode. There's the light there that we're looking at. That light.
okay.
That's one.
That's a whole bunch of orange ones. Oh, there's
Yeah.
one
How
light,
far are they away?
guys.
How far are the orange ones away from where you are?
There's one lining up here. There's one lighting up in the background. Can you see it?
I cannot see it myself. The orange, the other ones I can see really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll walk up there.
yeah.
Oh,
Those. Let's focus on those because they seem to be staying there. And
there's
there's no
one.
house.
Oh God, guys, can you see that big white one
I
in
can
the
see there's
distance?
another one in the field there. I can see
She's
it.
she's glowing. So she's actually. I get the feeling it's a she, and she's really glowing right now to say hi.
It's the one. It's the one near the little tree or something in the
Yeah,
field there. See it? It's a little
yeah,
light. If everybody focuses on it, I can see it clear as day. I
guys.
see it.
There's no
You can see
light in the
that.
field.
Don't
There's
move. Don't
no
move the camera. There's two high trees, a little green thing, and next to the green thing, if I had a zoom camera, you can see a little bright light next to it.
guys. There's no fields. There's no light here. Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah,
see.
and there's no
Oh,
houses. It's all fields, right?
yeah. There's no houses. It's
Okay,
all fields.
just to give people
Oh,
some.
guys, right behind me, there's a little house in the background, but the beings stand in front of it. This one's
Mm-hmm.
lighting up so bright right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that light?
Now, now, can we walk towards that light? What's there? Is there a house there?
There's a house, but it's not the window. It's an actual being standing right in front of it, and it's glowing for us right now.
So if you walk, let's test our theory. Can we walk towards the being and see if it stays there?
See, it's crop fields, so I can't really walk
Oh, it's
through.
oh, you really? Oh, yeah,
But
crop
but
field. Completely forgot about that
But
part.
I can walk around. Maybe we can walk around. We'll just say goodbye to this
Okay.
one. Just thank her.
Yeah.
Please thank her
There's the other one. I
for,
can see the light there, the one in the field. The light is right there. It's next to that little
yeah.
green tree or whatever in the field. You really
Yeah.
have to look, folks. It's there. I can see it on my camera.
And these ones over here, I'm going to walk up towards
Oh
the
wow,
entrance.
there's two of them over there. There's no houses on that end. I can see the other
Yeah.
two.
You'd see a lot more if it's dark, but I can always
Yeah.
jump back on maybe one night time.
Yeah.
Before, I'll just walk down here to see if I can give you
Yeah,
guys
no,
the.
you've got some great documented stuff on your live here. That's amazing to me.
But the green being is, yeah. I seen like another one that looked like a very tall ant, like an
Yeah.
ant, and it was
Hmm.
about 7 foot with
Oh
like
wow.
an ant shaped head, and it
Hmm.
was very skinny legs.
Hmm. And what kind of energy were you getting from that specific being that you say was ant-like?
They all give me the same, like they all seem very shy, very
Hmm.
loving. They're all giving me my space. And
Hmm.
I had like a little, I had a little fairy come up to me as well. Like,
And I'm answering somebody's question. P.S. Not, she's seeing they're not aliens because there really aren't any aliens. She's seeing space beings and spaceships.
oh, the lights have gone off now. I think that's, yeah, the lights have gone off.
Yeah. Now I think, and
I'll just
there's
see.
a
We might see one more before I go back.
yeah.
There's one there. They're lining up. There's one. Do you see in the distance?
Well, you have to hold the camera so we can know where it is. Where are we looking?
Straight at the
Okay,
very back.
right there. Okay. Now this is like, don't move your camera. Just keep it still so everyone can look. Look straight ahead in the center, below the skyline. You see, there's a little light, kind of light there. There's tree lines there, and now just don't move the camera. I can see like a light. Does everyone
Yeah,
see
that's
it?
it.
Everyone just don't move the camera. Everyone just look at that forward. I'm going to direct you to where I see the light. There's a light there and a dark tree area. You really got to pay attention to look, folks, because I can see it without a problem. Okay, D, look straight ahead. You're going to see the trees that are higher up than the field. You'll see like a bright light next to a tree. It's right there. Good. Most of you are able to see it. Good. That's why
Guys,
I narrate the show.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the end of my garden now. Oh, hold
Somebody
on.
took a snapshot. Daisy Dog took a snapshot. She's kind of trying to use her lens to zoom in on it. So if you do that, Daisy Dog, it'd be great to see what that looks like zoomed in.
I'll see. There might be people. I'll show you guys again when it's dark. Okay. Oh, they're
Okay.
glowing. They're glowing first now. I'll just show you these guys once more.
Let me ask you a question. I think I already know the answer. I have the feeling they know that you're doing this right now. Would I be correct in saying that?
They know everything because whenever
Yeah.
I wish for something, like I wished the ship because the ship disappeared for like a week, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like it's gone, like I'm missing the ship, and then that evening it came back, so I knew that they
Yeah.
heard me. It's like,
Wow.
can you see them in the distance?
Yeah. Don't move the camera. Keep it still. Daisy Dog, you'll take a screenshot of that right now on the road going all the way out there. There are two lights. There are no houses in that area, correct? Just to make sure I'm telling the truth here. Where
No, there's
those
no
lights are,
houses.
there's nothing. Okay. So just let people know there's no buildings there. There's no houses there. Those lights are all the way out in the distance. And can you describe what those lights are for people that are watching this?
I'll just walk down the field because
Okay. Okay.
I have a
Oh, you
feeling that
can.
as I walk down here, they're going to come out and show us a couple more things.
And they don't seem to be shy. It looks like they want us to see them. So this
So
is going to be interesting how close you can get to these
I
lights.
I feel like the past like 5 weeks they've been trying to
Yeah.
um they've been trying to get me to let go of my fear. And
Yeah.
they put me under a couple of tests within the first week.
Yeah.
I took two of my friends. They're kind of telepathic and they
And
believe. So I
let me
took
and let me say something.
them
That she
there
is walking. Don't go
there
away
she
from
is.
the. There she is. Let's continue with the other two lights because I think it's fascinating. You're walking towards them.
So do you see this one? She's glowing first now. We're gonna walk towards
Hmm.
her. But anyway, the first week I went down with my friends on FaceTime,
Yeah.
and my friend said, "Okay, Neve, uh, Rory," he said, "they're telling you you
Mm-hmm.
have to." It was in the middle of the night. It was 11 o'clock at night, and they said
Mm-hmm.
they're saying that you have to walk in the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked in the middle of the field, and then all of a sudden they all surrounded me like
Oh
the speed of
wow.
lightning, and I nearly started to have a panic attack. And they said, "Okay, they're telling you to breathe into your heart. Just breathe." They
Mm-hmm.
put me under an initiation because
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to get me to drop the fear.
Yeah, let go of the fear. Let's look at the one straight on the road there. Those two lights. Now that seems like a distance to walk to, but it appears to me that they're not shying away from everybody watching this on TikTok on my show Encounters. She's in Ireland, and what we're looking at for any questions, there are very specific lights. These are in
Yeah.
a place where there's a country area. It's mostly fields. There might be a few country homes here or there. Well, these two lights here are, please, the folks that are able to do screenshots, hold the camera there, take screenshots, and try to zoom it in. Those two lights are not houses or anything. Those two lights. Can you describe what those two lights are again for everyone who's coming in here?
So the orange lights, they're beings. They're a bunch of beings.
They're
Um,
beings. Okay.
they're beings, but they're showing me different versions of them. But I also there's also three beings. They all stand in the same place so that I get to know them. And there's three beings that look like white rectangles, and one of them
Yeah.
morphs into different colors: red, like lilac blue. And the other day, it started showing me all these different formations of geometric patterns within it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have some videos and photos of them. But I put
Oh,
some
good.
things on my.
Good. Someone's
Oh,
asking you, do
this
the
one's
beings?
lighting up.
Okay. Yeah. It's now. That's the one where there's a country house behind it, right?
Yeah, but that's not the light of the house. Nobody lives in that. That's
Nobody
one
lives
of
in the
the.
house, so that's
She's
something to.
she's
Uh,
lighting up for you
Do
now.
they can they levitate or fly above? I mean, are they able to do that kind of stuff, or do
Um.
they come from a spaceship, or what's? Can you
Uh.
describe that a little bit more?
So I feel like there's a few different things going on. I feel like there's fairies, and I've seen the
Mm-hmm.
fairies. They're like little
Fairies.
they're like little rainbow glittery things, and I have
Okay.
videos of them. And then the
Okay.
ones on the ground, I'm pretty sure they're aliens, and they come from ships. So
Yeah.
I
The
haven't
space
seen them
beings. Yeah.
fly. They're the space beings,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Like I feel like
Wow.
every few days it's something new.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Well,
But
one thing I will tell you, if I can, do not be afraid. Obviously, and now let me now. What's the
oh, she's lining up again for you.
So are they lighting up because they know they're okay with the audience that we have here where you are? They can sense our
Yeah,
audience. They can.
they
Oh,
they know everything that's going on. They
really?
yeah
Interesting.
they can hear our whole conversation right now, and they know everything. So she's happy to show herself there.
Oh,
Can you
good.
see
Well,
her?
she's amongst friendly people here. So let me keep the
Yeah,
camera steady. There's a little light out there, everybody. Now, I know if anyone can take a screenshot of this, please take the screenshot. Those that are camera savvy with technology, you can see the little light next to that tree. I've been focusing on that, and that's been there ever since she started. The light is right there. Let's see if we can get it to brighten up. Can that light brighten up, that being or light brighten up for the camera here that she has over in Ireland? Can you brighten up a little bit? I don't know if it hears me or anything.
yeah,
It's
it
just
definitely can hear you.
can you brighten up a little bit or get brighter or more radiant or more brighter? It looks like, I mean, I can see the light. It's, from my perspective, it's next to that tree or something or bush.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll just go to the end of my garden and
Yeah,
see if
there's a
there's
tree
any.
lee and then the light's next to it. Yeah.
I'll see if there's anything at the end of my garden now. And
Okay.
what I'll do is I'll catch you maybe at night time, and
Yeah, yeah.
I can bring you guys back because it really
Okay,
needs to be
because
dark. It
it's
needs to be dark.
now it's six was it 6:20 in the morning where you are?
It's 5:20.
5:20. Okay. I got on at 11 o'clock, which is 11 p.m., which is still I think like
I think 3 a.m. maybe here,
3 a.m. there. Okay.
or 4 a.m. But I'll be up anyway. But if I
Yeah.
uh if I see you, like if I'm awake, which I probably will be, I'll actually
Hmm.
bring you guys back out.
Yeah. Moon and Stars asking you a question. Why are they only at tree level or
Tree
ground
level.
level? Well, not. I think it could be ground level or the level that we're talking about. They're at ground level, correct? They're at basically ground level. I think is what they're asking.
So I think the star beings, they obviously have a ship.
Yeah.
So what they do is they have a routine. So at they stay stand at the very back fields, and as soon as it starts to
Hmm.
get dark, I can see from my bedroom window them
Oh
at the
wow.
back fields, including the ship. And then
Oh
they
wow.
move up, and then they move up and down. When I go to the top of the field, they all come out and they run. It's very funny to see them run. They run very fast, the
Wow,
sparkly
that's
ones.
interesting.
And
So
and then
they like.
there's a bay. It's so cute. Like when I walk down the path, there's a little there's a baby and I think the mum. So
Oh,
they
okay.
meet me at the end of this path. It's so cute. It's like a little child, like it's like a
Oh
1 year old
wow.
child. And they mimic my movements. So if I go to the right, they move to the right. If I do a twirl, they do a twirl. They mimic all my movements, like playful,
Hmm.
but they're still giving me my space. So the closer I get to them, they do move back. But it could be to do with
Yeah.
me,
Are they
my
and
feet.
are they moving back because they're still learning more about you? They're learning to. They want to make sure that everything's going to be okay between you and them, because obviously they want to contact you. They're already contacting you from a slight distance, but I think what I'm getting as I'm learning here, they feel very comfortable with you. They want to make sure that everything's okay with you, and that they can make the contact with you. Am I correct?
Sorry,
That's all right.
I'm
So,
just
do you
going in.
think that they're trying to, Naima, make sure you're comfortable with them? So when contact, I mean, they might look slightly different than you, but obviously they're highly evolved in their intelligence, correct?
Yeah, so I have to tell you something. So I'll just wait till I get inside here.
Hmm.
So so basically, I just take these off
Yeah.
now so I can
Thank you.
hear
Thank
you.
you very much for going outside, by the way. She's gonna get settled back in the house. And
Now.
uh,
So basically, I have this friend called Diana, and I met Diana in Holland years ago when I lived in Holland,
hmm.
and we kept in touch, and I knew that she was on a spiritual journey about 20 years ago. So I kept in touch with Diana. So anyway, Diana, who I'm trying to convince to come on TikTok, I got in touch with her, and she said that she's been having the exact same experiences as
Oh wow.
me. And
Hmm.
hers started a long time ago, and she said that many, many different galactic beings came to her, all different types, shapes, sizes, all different types of races, and to the end of her garden as well. And she said that she's telepathic, so she's able to understand them, and she's able to draw a couple of them for me what they look like. But Diana said, Neve, I think you have the same mission as me. So we're being asked, what she thinks is, we're being asked to get to know all the different star races to help the star seeds later on. Because when full disclosure comes to the world between now and 2030, the world will be in fear, but the star seeds are going to need help. So by us getting to know each one of their family members, that we will be able to put the world at ease and help people and say, no, they come in love. They're here, in peace.
Excuse
So
me.
they're trying to teach me how to become telepathic. And that's why I had the question for you. Because I'm a little bit impatient. I want to know now. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
she said that they're showing her a book and they threw the book away. And she said, why are you throwing the book away? And they said, because everybody learns differently. And Whitney,
Yeah.
she learns differently. I'm really a creative person. So they're trying to get me to learn energy and know how to
Excuse
learn
me. Sorry.
that it's them. So that like when I can trust them and get to know them by their energy, and that I'll learn my telepathy in it, like whatever way I'm supposed to. But I just want to know now. Like I want to be able to hear them and kind of speak to them.
And I think now I understand the question by what you just did. Now I knew there was more to it than just telepathy. And I think the thing is the way they communicate, people, the space people, these beings. is through consciousness. And that's how I communicate with my space people, through consciousness. It's just without words. Well, it's words without me speaking, like you and I are conversing here. You'll find that as you learn to do this, they want you to learn how to use your consciousness, and they'll communicate with you silently through your consciousness. So if you're in a room sitting there having a cup of tea or something, and breakfast in the morning, all of a sudden they communicate with you through consciousness. You're getting the transmission from the space people that you're connecting with, all these different beings, which is pretty phenomenal. Right here on Encounters, that we're hearing this story from Ireland in the countryside from a new friend, Naima, on the show. And I think this is to my point that I said this for the last number of years. There are people like yourself that are now starting to have these contacts with these different um, spiritual space beings. I don't ever call them aliens. They're not aliens. Aliens is just an earth-based media word that we put up in pop culture. We're talking about different types of beings, fairies. You're communicating with fairies as well as space beings. So you have multiple things going on in the countryside there where you are, and they are being done. We had some people screenshot your video here and they're going to try to zoom in on some of those lights, which they can do, and we're going to see some of that stuff. But I think eventually what you're going to do is eventually on our show, you'll be able to, they'll feel comfortable enough when you start communicating with them through telepathy without fear. I think you have less fear now. I think you're more excited. If I had to guess about you, you're more excited. I mean, I'm excited. I think the audience is. You're more excited now than you are fearful of what's happening, correct?
I am. I feel like I'm living in a dream, and I feel like this is the most amazing thing that's ever happened in my life. And I've like my favorite thing ever is to wait till it gets dark and go out in the
Yeah.
field. So I used to be
Hmm.
really about 3 weeks ago. I was really scared to go out in the dark, but I've been building up my courage to just go and face my fear and go out in the dark. And that's when the most magic happens, and I see the most as well.
What? Why do you think? And this is interesting. I think a lot of people. I'm going to ask a question that I think a lot of people would ask. Why do you think they're more comfortable at night showing themselves than versus let's say during the day? Is there a reason? Maybe just because it's daytime. I don't even know the answer to that.
Well, I don't think they want everybody. I think this is a kind of a personal thing as well, a journey a little bit. I don't think they want everybody to be, I don't know. I don't think they're probably undercover a little bit as well.
Well, you think it? And again, I'm being very much
So the time is right.
guessing this. Do you think that they're in a safe place to be making contact? They're in the country, or they're not in a city area where there's a lot of people, so they're smart that they're doing it this way. But you have a connection to these different spiritual beings. You have a connection. I know that the fairies that you mentioned, that you're seeing fairies, and we've talked about fairies, and they do exist. People have documented them. Some I guess have all around the world. So you have the fairies, and then you have the different types of space beings that are appearing from other planets that are coming to you. Do you feel that you have a connection to any one specific group of beings that you realize now, or are you still trying to figure that out?
Well, they're all different. So it's okay. So what they're doing is they're staying in the same place so that I can get to know. Oh, so I have different names for them. So Miss Green just be across the way. There's one red guy, and I call him Red, and he peeks out through a bush at me, and he's a little bit shy, and he just I'd be like, oh, I haven't seen Red. Where is he? And then he'll peek
Hmm.
into the bush, and then he'll disappear. And then there's what's called the sparkly guard at the end of my garden, and like she stays there until I fall asleep. And because I had a lot of fear for a few weeks, knowing that she was there made me feel like so much better. And
Yeah.
then I have like the mom and the child that are coming out. It's so cute. So I get to the top of the pavement of the pathway, and then down at the bottom of the pathway there's a tree, and then this tiny little one
Yeah.
like walks out like a 1 year old who's just learned how to walk,
Oh
kind of
wow.
wobbles out and just stands there as if to greet me. And then I walk down towards it, and then the bigger one comes out behind it and stays a few footsteps behind the little one. And it's so cute. It's like a little family. But every
Yeah.
night something different. So they've been there the past 3 nights, and then tonight I noticed there was three of them, and I said, "Oh, that must be the dad then." So, but And then if I like move to the right, they move to the right. And if I jump up, they jump up. They
Hmm.
mimic all my movements.
Do Naya, do some of them look like us? Like, do they have look like you, look like me? I mean, you say you saw different types. The ant one. Are there any that look kind of like us at all, or no?
No, so when I had my channeling with Diana, she's trying to help me learn I can't say telepathy. Uh, she's a great illustrator as well. So I said, can you ask one of? Oh, thank you. I said, can you ask one of them? Can you ask one of them to reveal? Can you ask them what they look like, or who they are? So she said they're all going to get so excited. So she said, I'm going to just ask, can you pick one of them? So I said, okay, can you ask the white sparkly one that's at the end of my garden to come forward? So they came forward in my reading with Diana, and she drew it for me, and it looked like, I'll actually show you the picture next time I'm on because I'll have it ready. It looked like a little rabbit, kind
Hmm.
of with human body,
Yeah.
floppy ears, and massive eyes like this. And she said that it was called the mahi. Mahi.
The Maquis.
Mahi.
So it's a being called the Maquis. It's a human body, but it has flap ears and looks kind of like a rabbit.
Yeah, and she said that the tallest are the top when they're fully grown, they're 3 foot. So, but she said that's only one of them. But I think that's the one
Right.
at the garden. And then I seen another one that was like 7 foot, and he's come quite close to me, and I couldn't see a face because they almost look transparenty a little bit. So I don't know if that's
Tra-
because
so
they're
you feel
free.
like you feel about translucent?
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
translucent.
yeah, their frequency. Yeah, because their
Yeah,
vibrational pattern is might be slightly higher than the Earth-based human. That's why
yeah.
they look translucent.
So the little Mahi rabbit guy, like she said that they were so excited, and she said that she said that she thinks that the one that she was talking to was a child. And when I had a question, it already had the answer. It knew it can hear me, so it was answering my question. So she said it was speaking like in broken up, like a child would, and it
Hmm.
kept. We love her, Neve, Neve, no afraid, Neve,
Oh wow.
Neve,
You
and
know,
then
it's just amazing what you're saying here. I mean, in a very
yeah,
beautiful way. You would just say a little child who is a kid saying to you in English, me, we love her, we love her. I
yeah.
mean, your story is absolutely beautiful.
And then Diana said, "How do you know, Neve?" Because I teach. One of my businesses is I teach children. I teach
Hmm.
children how to open up their imaginations. I teach children illustration, but in a very different way, storytelling. It's kind of different,
Hmm.
and how to really expand their imagination. So Diana said, "Is Neve a teacher or something?" And they said, "No, Neve mentor on ship, mentor on ship." So Diana said that a part of my consciousness is on their ship at the minute teaching all the kids. No, they said not teaching, mentoring all the kids who are going
Mm.
to be coming to Earth, and it's their first time on Earth. So their family, like the Mahi,
Hmm.
their kids on a ship, and apparently
Hmm.
I'm mentoring them to come to Earth and not be afraid. But it's
Hmm.
really funny because some of the kids in my classes are definitely starseeds, and we draw aliens a lot and everything.
Yeah. So
And
when did they say they are these kids, the children on the ship, the parents' children?
oh,
I get the feeling that they're part of a bigger picture, like they're going to be coming when we have mass contact.
yeah, so basically she said that I said to Diana, can you ask them because there's at least 100 star beings here. And I said to Diana, can you please ask why is there so many here? Because it's not just one or two, it's like
Right.
literally 100. And she said that a lot of them are kids. A lot of them they're kids. So they're the kids in my classes. Some of them here are the star version of those kids because we live parallel lives apparently. But there are a lot of them are kids. But the parents wanted to make contact with me because they said I have a cosmic mission to help humanity or something. And they said that instead of all the adults coming and scaring me, they said that they'd bring the kids first to
The
slow to
kids.
as a soft introduction, so I wouldn't be so scared. So
Right.
kids are small, the kids have softer energy. So
Yeah.
the kids asked the parents, could they come? And the parents said yes. So there's two different beings here. One is a blue ball and he pulsates. And another one is a white figure and that pulsates, and they're different. So
Hmm.
they said that they are the two elders. So they're the two parents and the elders that are
Oh,
here.
really? Interesting. So the parents converse, the kids ask the parents, the space parents, if they can come here. So
Yeah.
these kids that are coming here, as I understand it, because you're a teacher, correct?
Yeah, I own my own business. I'm a designer. I am an
A
illustrator,
designer.
but I have a second business where I teach kids.
Right.
I just love kids, like, and
I
I'm
can
ner-
see that. I can see you do. And so your whole thing is, and I'm getting this as I'm learning about. We're all learning about your story. This is Encounters. We're on at 11 o'clock Eastern in the United States. Naima is my guest over in Ireland in the countryside, where she was outside. This show will be on my YouTube channel. Please follow me. If you're not following me, please do press the follow button and press the like button, and also follow Naima too. Her story is incredible. So these space children, they feel gravitated towards you. They
yes,
want to learn from you, and you're going to teach them specific things before we have what we call, we've talked about on the show for, and I've talked about for years, before we have what we call major contact on Earth, correct?
yeah. So she said that when she was talking to the little Mahi guy, she said
Mm-hmm.
that they were so excited to be here, and I had a little scare in the first
Mm-hmm.
week. I went out to the field in the dark, and they were all glowing around me. Next of all, I'm not joking. This was like something out of a horror movie. So I actually asked Diana, what was that? All of a sudden, I heard something run up to me in the dark, but stopped before it got into the light. And this is what it sounded like. It sounded like it had like 10 legs, and it was just like, like that.
Oh, really?
It was just like, I can't even do it. It was like something out of a
Yeah.
horror. And I was like, okay, this is too much for me. I'm going back in now. I'll see you later. So she
See you
said that
later.
that was one of the kids, and
One of the kids.
he said that the kid disobeyed the orders. It wanted to cold plunge me into, not literally, but cold plunge me into releasing the fear so I could get to know them. And it was so excited. It
Mm-hmm.
disobeyed orders
Oh,
and just,
the space kid disobeyed the parents who are space people. The kid, like, hey, look, kids are kids. We have human kids that disobey their parents. Who would ever imagine a space kid saying, "Mom, Dad, I'm gonna do what I want to do."
yeah, I had
Then
no
the kid
patience.
did. Then the
Exactly.
kid gets in trouble. The
I
space
knew.
kid gets in trouble with her. And
Yeah.
what's it now? The kid is a kid, like, even though it sounded like it had more than one leg, or more than one two-leg thing. Do you think it was a two-legged kid? It just moved really quick.
It sounded like it had 5 legs. I was like, what?
5 legs.
But I think it only
Yeah.
had two. It just ran so
It just
fast.
ran fast. Yeah,
It was
I
like,
think so.
yeah.
I think so too.
There's
Wow.
just been so many crazy, fun, like things that's happened. I can't even. I'm journaling everything though, so I'm writing everything down. But it's
Mhm.
so beautiful and it's so amazing.
So, and
Christian,
one of our people here, Amanda. Hey, Amanda. I think I'll rephrase the question. So, you have you asked them, are they Christ conscious space beings? Have you?
yeah,
Okay,
I'm
so
spiritual
and
myself.
that's towards Amanda's question.
Yes, Amanda. I'm very, very spiritual. She encountered demons. So these are definitely not demons. I would be very, very spiritual. I have my whole life of my own faith, but I'd be saying, do I talk about God to them, and I talk about, Jesus, and I talk about all, the prophets and all, but they're definitely Christ-lighted beings. The love that you feel from them is like such. I've cried, like I've been down fields and I've cried with the feeling of love that
Oh,
I've got.
beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful. And I
that's
think that's something people who've had bad experiences with ETs, you have to understand that just like in our human race, we have good humans and we have bad humans on Earth. We have humans that have created nuclear bombs and we have humans that are against nuclear war. So you have to look at it. In space, there are spiritual beings, I call them star beings of light, that I'm connected with, the Ashtar Command, which I've been with ever since I was old enough to know. I've always been, before I came on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, I've worked with the Ashtar Command most of my life. And you have to understand, there are, in her story, what she's sharing, and from I understand by listening to her really carefully, she has beautiful contact happening. And if you're having bad contact, or if I feel sorry for those here that have had that contact, but you need to just readjust your frequency by meditating, and by doing that, up your level of spiritual frequency to not
Yeah.
have that kind of stuff happening to you.
And Commander, I was telling a story earlier, but I don't know if I told it the right way. But when they first came, I was really scared, and I had my friend Rory, he and Verity. They're two good friends of mine, so they came on to FaceTime with me out and down the fields. And James is telepathic, or Rory's telepathic. So Rory said, "Neve, they're saying you have to go into the middle of the field right now." So I said, "Okay." So I walked in the middle of the fields. It was 12 o'clock at night, and it was already dark, but all of a sudden it got way darker. It was like even more clouds came, and there's loads of hedges around me. So all of a
Hmm.
sudden, at the speed of lightning, about 100 of them at the speed of lightning flew around me, like, and I nearly had a panic attack. My heart was nearly beating out of my chest, and I was
Oh wow!
hyperventilating the fear. And then they said, "Neve," Rory said, "Neve, they're telling you to breathe, breathe into your heart, breathe. They're trying. This is an initiation. I've had a few initiations
Oh
because
wow!
they're trying to get the fear out." So they said that Rory said, "Were you afraid of the dark when you were a child?" And I said, "I was absolutely petrified. I would not let my sister go to sleep unless I knew." sh- Uh, Unless I was asleep first. I was
Hmm.
terrified of the dark. So she said that. So they said that in one of my past lives, I was hunted in the dark,
Oh wow!
killed, and then when I was a child, I was also had a really bad experience with a grey or with one of the darker
That
beings.
that would have been that's a zeta. They call
Yeah, so
the actual name. Yeah,
Yeah, so they were trying to get the fear out of my heart because if you have fear in your heart, they can't come closer to you. So it's all about love and trust. So that's what I feel like they've been getting closer to me the past 5 weeks, but my
yeah,
heart is just growing with love and I'm having
yeah.
less fear.
And
So
and when did the and for historical purposes in watching encounters, when did this, just for people that are coming in here or trying to get the gist of it, which I completely get, when did it all start happening? When did this all start occurring to you? I mean,
it's so
in the fields and everything.
it's so weird because it's like I've lost a sense of time. I do have the
Okay,
exact date. I do have the exact date. It's around 6 weeks ago, but I do have
six
the
weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, and I've interviewed a lot of people in my radio experience for 22 years. I've done a lot of stuff here on TikTok for the over 3 years of interviews. And I know that there are people that have had negative experiences because they have. And I know people have had the other end of the coin, which is the cosmic thing, which is you're having.
Yeah.
People have to understand something. There are people out there. I understand you've had personally negative experiences with extraterrestrial intelligence. Those are usually lower vibrational ETs. In 6 weeks, you're having over 100 different types of species of very loving spiritual beings that look maybe different than we do, but they are coming in a frequency of love. And
So
you know that they're operating in a Christ consciousness. Even if they don't look human like we do, their consciousness is of that love frequency. Their kids want to meet you. You're telling us. And I'm listening to every piece of your story. That's why I'm a talk show host. Uh, I really do believe you're having, and you're walking in an experience every day and night now for 6 weeks that is amazing, and I think it's something that is beautiful.
it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, guys, for having me up and Commander for hearing my story because it's so nice to share with all you guys and like-minded people. And just guys, don't be afraid of them. There's this there's more to the story that will come. So I'm happy to share if it's going to help
Oh yeah.
the
From
world.
Ireland, I at this point would say, because you're really having physical experiences, and this is where I've been in the radio and TV business for a lot of years as a talk show host. So my mind is really geared towards questions and so forth. And I can tell people you can have your skepticism, you can have your own beliefs. That is part of the free will of living here. That's part of my show. I don't believe everyone here is going to believe everything that somebody says, and I don't expect you to. But based on the visual interpretations, when you're out there showing the lights of the beings in the distance, that we documented, and some people have actually zoom shotted and took stills, which will hopefully see a better zoomed in image of these things. I believe your experiences from our discussion are real. I've interviewed enough people in my years of experience to know what is and what isn't. Um, I'm a healthy skeptic when I need to be. I listen very carefully to every word, every picture, every video footage piece that I see. And I will say right now, you're legit in what you're seeing. I have a very big show here. So I've been on here for a long time. And when I do these kind of interviews, depending what I say, people, can go with whatever they don't have to believe what I say. But my conclusion is number one, you've got the documentation. And one can be skeptical, but unless you have documentation to counter a person's documentation, all you have is your skepticism, right? So I can say, oh, great, you show me all that stuff, but I'm still skeptical. Well, if you want to be skeptical, be skeptical. But if you can counter somebody's documentation, I always say this, if you have documentation to counter somebody's experience, show that documentation. If you don't, all you have is the word skepticism. It's just a word. You don't have the documentation, right? So on my show Encounters, the reason why it's so popular because I know the differences between real and unreal. I look at everything, I analyze everything. You're having your stories were beautiful. You went out there this morning at 5 a.m. in Ireland, and we got to see documentation right there of those different beings in the distance that you were talking about.
Look at my
She's
hair.
documented it. What?
Guys, if you want, I can. I will take you guys out when it's dark because
Yeah, okay.
we didn't really see that much in the light. But I
Right.
will show you guys on if I'll let you know when I'll come on earlier,
Yeah,
and
let
I'll
us know. I come on at 11, so 11 o'clock in Connecticut in the United States is what, 4 a.m.?
4 a.m. or something like that, and we'll definitely see stuff then.
Okay.
So
All
I'll
right.
take you guys back out for sure at 4 a.m. next time you're on.
Okay. Okay. Definitely will do it. I'm on at 11 tomorrow night, which is Monday evening. I'm happy to have you back on at night at
I'll
4 a.m. in the
come.
morning. I'd love to
I'll
see what happens then. You're a great guest. I really love you. I think you're a beautiful person. Thanks
I
so much for being here. You've been great.
Commander, you are too. You're so amazing, and I love because I've been on your show so many times. Like, and
I know.
all your community is amazing because I'm always watching how loving everybody is. And
Oh, thank you.
I think like this is how we find our soul family. It's people like you and all your guests. And thank you so much for hearing my story. It means so much to me. It really does.
And it'll be on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Ash Turkman Spaceship News. People can link up to my YouTube channel for encounters. And so yeah, thank you, Diana. And
Yeah,
like I said, when you want to pop in here at 11,
I
4
will.
o'clock in the morning, your
Take
time.
you guys out.
Uh,
They'll be
and,
waiting. They'll be waiting
all
for you.
right. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thanks,
All right, we're going to bring her down. All right, folks. So this is Encounters. This is what I love doing on my show. This is what I love doing on my show. I love doing this kind of stuff on my show. Let me see what we got in queue. I'm going to bring Tiara. Tiara, okay, let's see. I know she was waiting. Hey, how are you?
Man, I got some stuff to show y'all. I'm about to knock y'all out y'all seats because it knocked me out my seat. I got it up on my computer. I'm about to show y'all. This was really crazy. It's an
And,
actual
and,
ship.
and let people know where you are because you're in the United States, not Ireland. Our friend in Ireland was
No,
from
I'm in the
Mastic
United
and
States. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, and you've been on before. And
Yeah.
and I gotta just give you a little intro. She's had documented things quite a lot, and I've known her for some time. So she's another person that is got documented footage. That is what I love seeing is when people are documenting things. So let's bring it on and let people see it.
Let me see. I'm trying to add. Okay, let me see how I can. Sorry, guys. I look a little crazy, but hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to turn my camera the other way.
Oh, you can do that. You have to go on to your thing where there's three little dots on your TikTok, and it says flip camera.
Three little dots.
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll say flip camera on your TikTok. It took
No, that's
Naomi.
not it. That
No,
was mirror
it's
mode.
there.
Hold on.
Yeah, there's flip camera, mirror video, flip camera. It's a little like symbol of the camera. You just flip it,
There we go. Let me turn it up for y'all. Hold on.
and you
This
gotta
was
press the save
insane.
button. I don't say anything now because you got your there. Now there we go. Good.
Okay. What's up?
And
You smiling now?
can you narrate this and tell us where that is?
Oh, you guys want to see it? Watch this. Oh, I see you. Come on, show yourself. I see you right there. Hey, friend.
Your camera's off now. I don't see anything.
Is it? Oh wait.
Yeah, there you go. Don't touch anything. It's on now.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play it. What's up? You smiling now? Glad to see you happy. Watch where that light is. I see you. Come on, show yourself. I see you right there. Hey, friend. Where you going? Right here. Look. Oh, whoa. Did you see?
Right there. What is that big bright light down there? Is that in the cloud line or the tree line?
This is up above. These are trees. Right, this thing was supposed to be the moon, but it was bright, but I seen a face. So I was just talking to it, playing around, but I thought these two dots, that's why I was like, I see you come out. But if you watch right here, you'll see green lights and something that's moving in like a circular.
Okay.
Watch right here.
So
there it is. When I said show yourself, that's what they did. Look. Oh, whoa.
Now, is those dots reflections of light from the camera?
No, not at all. It's moving, and then it goes up here. It's not at all.
So are those dots orbs? Someone's asking, are they orbs?
No, it was a ship. It looked like a ship.
Okay. And everyone, she's in Atlanta in the United States, in Georgia.
I'll show you one. I'll play it one more time. Watch.
Okay.
What's up? You smiling now? Glad to see you happy. The lights to my car are at the bottom. Oh, I see you. Come on, show you.
Okay, I'm looking.
Right there. Hey, friend, where you going?
Yeah, I saw those lights there.
Whoa.
Those lights you're saying. And what was that light at the bottom where the trees are?
I have no idea what that is right there. I don't know. But these lights down here is my car.
Right.
The lights that were coming and moving circular up here, I don't know what that was.
Yeah. Interesting. If anyone wants to screenshot that to get a better image of it.
Yeah. But I thought that was, pretty crazy.
But that light there,
this light is supposed to be the moon.
Well, no, the light down below. Let's go back to that light that I'm looking at. Can we zoom in on that light?
I don't know how to zoom in on it on my computer.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. But if you look at that light, doesn't that look kind of weird to people?
It does.
See, I pick out things when people show me video footage, and I think that light is something interesting there. I don't know what it is, but it's not a reflection of your car or anything, correct?
No, and this thing up here is like, wait, Justin, baby. This up here moving like that, that's not a reflection of my car at all whatsoever.
Okay.
That thing is moving, and it goes up into, like, up above the clouds. It's not my car.
Right, because what I'm looking at, I'm just trying to be healthy here. When I look at the things there, it looks like a reflection, but you're saying it's not a reflection, those dots.
No, it's not a reflection at all.
Okay. Well, you were in the car. You were able to see it, correct?
What was that?
You were in the vehicle. You're able to see what we're.
Yeah, I was in my car. At. Stop, just.
Okay. Interesting. That's something to really examine, and I think it's interesting to see that.
Yeah, I thought I've never seen. I record all the time, and trust me, I record almost every day. Just when I'm driving on a regular, or I might have the phone up on my dashboard, just sitting there recording just to see what I see. But yeah, wasn't. I've never seen anything like that.
Oh wow. Interesting. Hey, Tiara, thank you so much for sharing that. And when did that happen? Do you know what the date is for that?
Thursday. I emailed it to you. It's in your email.
Oh, we got to get the kid. We got to get the kid off the camera.
Yeah. We'll sorry. I meant to have me. I thought I flipped the camera back. Sorry.
No.
Towards me. Yeah. But I'm gonna let somebody else come up because my son is up and he should be sleeping. He was laying down until I started playing the video.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, that's being recorded on my show, so we'll show it later. Tiara, thanks for being here. I hear all the kids getting there, so.
I only have one kid.
So much.
One kid, one child. But
okay, one kid. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, let me put him.
Right.
He needs to lay down. He has school tomorrow. So, thank you guys.
Okay. All right. Hey, thank you, Tiara. All right. Now, there's someone here that looks interesting. And then it says, looks like some sort of transfers. Interesting. I'm gonna have to review the footage here on YouTube. Hey, Felicia, whatever you missed, you're going to be able to see. And I saw someone, hey, bro, says, I hear things in my head and get warnings for the event in advance. Interesting. Oh, yeah, Kelly, you certainly can. Send it to my show email address for encounters is CmdrAleon at AOL.com. That's CmdRAleon at AOL.com. And there was a Dior Chaser. If Stallion, thank you. Dior Chaser. I saw a new person in here, Dior Chaser. I'm getting a feeling they have information. Where's Dior Chaser? Are they here? Let me go backwards here. I'm going to see. Maybe they're not here. All right. So I think we're going to do one more interview here. And so far, I mean, it's been a great show tonight. This show, hey, for all relatives, good to see you. And so if there's anyone else with some fantastic information to share, we'd love to have you on Encounters. We're on 11 o'clock at night. Coming up next Friday night, I'm taking everybody on a journey, a guided journey off planet. That's next Friday at 11 Eastern, 4 a.m. If you're in England or Ireland, that part of the world. And I've done this journey once before. It is real, and I do take people through a Merkaba state off planet to the golden ship of light, which is real, does exist, way beyond our particular galaxy, solar system, and this whole area, you know. So we know that there is a lot of stuff going on. Thank you, Mr. Brett Fox. Thank you. And one of the things that we do here on Encounters is we have many people in the last 3 years that have documented what they're having happen. The one thing that always gets me with skeptics is, and I'm a healthy skeptic too, is that if someone has documentation, be it photos or video footage, it's documentation. If someone has no documentation, all they have is what they call skepticism. So there's healthy skepticism, and then there's just pure skepticism, you know? Is there anyone else here who has documented things they want to share regarding space beings or sightings? Don't be afraid. I'll do like one more interview tonight. I can definitely do one more interview. But I've been on the journey a long time, so because I've done more TV experience and video editing, yeah. Did you see No Visor's comment? Let me take a No Visor. No Visor. Let me go backwards. No, it's called the Golden Ship of Light D. So I take people, I do this in my workshops here in Connecticut in person. I take people into a Merkaba state, which is basically they leave their physical body and it's healthy, and they go on a journey off planet in their Merkaba state to the Golden Ship of Light. Not state, it's a golden ship. It's as big as the planet Earth. And I'll go into this a little bit more as we get into it towards next Friday. Let's see. Oh, I think Novire, is it Novire or Visor? Come on up. I think you've had an experience. Am I correct? Oh, hi, Pebbles. Welcome to the show. Hi, I'm new. So the other day I saw my first spaceship, but I saw it through meditation, never seen it before. And that's perfectly good, Pebbles. Through meditation, you can see a ship. There's many different ways that occurs through consciousness. It's absolutely one of the ways in which one could see a spaceship. We're not, so to speak, we are not limited. We're only limited if we think we're limited, you know? Yeah, it's true. And I am Thomas, my friend in Germany. He's right. There are motherships above us. And many of these motherships are actually cloaked above Earth. There's about 7 different large ships that for years in our current life history, There are 7 ships in the night sky. I mean, I don't care what country you live in. On a clear night, you will see 7 different ships in specific areas of the night sky that are multicolored. They won't move. They stay in a very specific position. They're all the way out of our atmosphere. Yeah, and Bazilla, there are going to be more sightings during the day. The video I showed of the unmanned orb in Colombia in South America, there's going to be more of that happening with the orbs and so forth. Well, we're getting after 1 o'clock in the morning. And let's see, Curtis Lowe, Columbus had 7 ships. One remote pilot. Oh, interesting. Let me bring you up if you'd like to come up with us here. One remote pilot says, our reports, no, that's not the report. Let's see, there's a lot of good info here. I caught 2 sky squids 1 year ago during the aurora. Can you come up, one remote pilot? Can you explain to our audience what a sky squid is, or sky squids? And if you don't, not able to come up, that's all right too. I think it's Tunia. Our reports are crazy, and on the National UFO reporting site, the state of Pennsylvania. Let's see if they want to come up here. Oh, they only have 11 followers. Oh, you're talking about the orb, the one in Colombia? Yeah, they recovered that. Interesting. Remote, if you can send me a link, just message me here on TikTok to my TikTok. Send me one remote pilot. I'll take a look at the link and I'll watch the video. I'll be happy to. Let me see here. Yeah, and Bazilla is saying is true. And for years, we've known that anybody in the UFO community that is involved in the contact scenario, the government has been preparing for a fake invasion to scare the people, when in fact, the space beings that are coming here from in our oceans that are already here, and those coming from beyond our planet, are coming to help our planet and also reconnect with us. Thank you, Edie. We try to keep it interactive. Speak up. Oh, let's see. Let me bring Speak Up. Speak Up, come on up. We'll have you on here for a few minutes. And I'd like to hear some of your stories about Yosemite. I've seen a lot over here by Yosemite. I want to hear some of that. That's in the United. For those who are overseas, this person's in the United States. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me up.
We're glad to have you on the show. And would you like to come on camera? I have our camera button here. I'm just pressing it. Yeah, I just pressed the camera button. All you have to do is save it, and you'll be on camera here on Encounters.
My lighting is.
Oh, okay.
My lighting is. I'm out here watching right now, staring at the full moon.
Oh, interesting. So tell us, because we have people over the world watching. Tell us your first name and where you're near. I can't pronounce the word. Yosemite, the national park.
Yeah, I'm over here near Yosemite National Park.
Oh, good. So tell us, for people around the world, how long, where you are in terms of how long you've been seeing things. Can you tell us some of the things you've been seeing and the experiences you've had?
So I don't know what the ships I've seen are, but I mean, I used to see them a lot more regularly as a kid. I was about 10 when I started seeing them. And this is back in like 89. And I'd always be watching the sky, and from this area, there was a lot of them. This is before you could pull your cell phones out and record stuff. I feel like
Oh wow.
we got to a point, once we got to a point in society where you could pull your phone out and record stuff, I started seeing a lot less of them.
Why do you think
But
that
the
is?
one that stands out, I mean, I think it's because they're hiding better now that people can get physical evidence.
Oh, okay, I got you. That makes sense.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, no,
I
it
don't know
makes
what they
sense.
are, if they're ours or if they're ET, or I have no idea. But the one that sticks out in my memory the most, this thing was amazing. I was in Turlock, and this was in 1998. I was 19 years old, and this thing floated over where I was, and it just had all these huge partitions on it.
Oh
And
wow.
it literally looked like a floating city. People probably think I was crazy, but me and two other friends saw this thing, and like I said, this was before you could pull out
Yeah.
phones. I mean, I think that people were getting flip phones already, but no good cameras or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild.
See, that would. Could you imagine if you captured that a very specific thing that looked like a city ship or a city? The word city ship is not uncommon now in 2025. We know that they do exist. If you had captured that, man, that would have been quite amazing documentation.
Oh yeah, now with today's technology nowadays, if somebody had that,
Yeah.
it'd probably freak the world out.
Yeah, probably. Or they might say, wow, this is amazing. And not, well, some people might get freaked out. Other people might be, well, wow, this is exciting. Now we know that this exists. Where are they from? And how did they do that? That would be that's the way I would think, but not everybody does. So there you go. But that's a great part of your story.
I
Um,
mean, the most common things I would see would be like a super bright light in the sky,
mhm.
and it would just move around and then shut off.
Yeah.
I've seen those ones countless times. I've seen quite a few that would streak off,
Hmm.
but most of the time, just a super bright light that'll move all around, and then it might just shut off, or it might shut off and then reappear somewhere else. I've seen that quite a
So,
few times.
now, do you think that yeah? So if they're advanced, which they are, they can outmaneuver any Earth-based technology that is aerial type objects that we have. Do you think that this is all, hypothetical, that they're going into another frequency? Or we talk about vibrations of spaceships. So these spaceships, if they go into another vibration, they can go into a higher vibration where you and I could be standing out there at the park, not see them. Next thing, bam, they're right there again.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like there's all kinds of possibilities with that. I used to think they did it with mag
Yep.
somehow, or anti-gravity, but I have no idea how they do it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's
the anti
beyond my
gravity
scope
thing.
of
Yeah, I'm still
understanding.
learning about that anti gravity thing. One of the things I've learned over the years is I do believe they use natural energy from the universe. Now, how does that work? I have no idea. Like I think they use energy from the sun. I think they use crystals, different kinds of crystals that we don't have to energize their spaceship. I think some of them are basically created through consciousness. Some of these ships are what they call living ships. They are created by collective consciousness of the space beings. They're so advanced they can create the ship themselves.
Wow.
I've had many people talk about that part of it. So I think there's not just one way that they come here or create their spaceships. I think there's multiple different ways in which they do that.
Now, what do you think about this? Supposedly, there's a recent discovery that I mean, they can't prove it, but they say something's pulling energy from one of these far planets' suns, and they believe there may be a Dyson sphere out there.
It could be. I think that we're dealing with also things like I studied this for years, planet Narubu, which is a planet that I do believe exists. I had a gentleman years ago, before we had TikTok and cell phones, on a PC, sent me a photo in the infinite infancy of communications, like an AOL. he sent me photos on email of in Texas. He was an astronomer. He took pictures of planet Narubu back when there was no internet. There was no, I mean, there was internet, but there was no Facebook or all this other stuff. And I wish I had kept the pictures. But that was my earliest understanding of what I began to understand was a planet that was really big beyond our own sun, that is hidden from the sun's energy, from its light. And so I do believe there's something like that. I have a guest on who talks about binary solar system, that we have a solar system. There's a binary system, which I do believe exists, contrary to our system that we're currently in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, interesting. All right. Hey, and what
That's
was your first
interesting.
name?
It's James. I'm a yeah. I was
James.
already a follower. I'd like to send you some videos sometime. That
I'd
a
love to
friend
see
of
them.
mine have. You know, we've got some cool stuff on video. So
Yeah,
I'll
send it
check
to me.
out. Yeah,
You have
and
my
it's
email. Send it to
AOL.
you. AOL. You go to CmdR, just like the name,
Yep.
CmdRAleon at AOL.com. And I look at the videos, and I'd be happy to look at that.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me up. Love your
Hey, James,
channel.
thanks for being a watcher of the show here. I appreciate you too, man. I'm going to bring James down, and let's do this here. I've got, let's see here. Let's see. Albert Thompson. Albert Thompson, our next guest. This is Encounters. We'll be on for a few more minutes here. Here in the United States, we're on the East Coast, so it's a little bit after 1. And let me see if Albert Thompson, if TikTok's going to work in our favor here. That seemed to be happening. I guess TikTok gets kind of weird. Albert, I'm sorry. It looks like TikTok is not letting it happen. Let me see here. Okay. I'll do one more for the night, then we're going to call it a night. Hey, birds in flight. Take care. Hey, Bazilla, how you doing?
Hi, Commander. How are you?
It's been a busy night as usual, and we're just really doing good. How about you? I hope you had a good Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a busy week. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't want to stay on here for long. I just wanted to come on here really quickly and and just touch bases with the collective. Um I've been I've always been in contact, like, with my ancestors and my cosmic guides, but they've been more in contact with me, a lot more than usual. And like I was saying before, they've been saying that they're planning a fake invasion, but we don't know when yet. But they know that it's that's what they're preparing for. That's the reason why they've been putting it more in the news and acknowledging more in the news and trying to make it seem like it's like, more like of an attack, like in a way, like they're being
Right.
violent. So they just want the collective to know and want everyone to know that it's really important right now to make sure you're working on and practicing on your discernment and upgrading your discernment and reading energy, because that's going to be really important right now in this current moment. Right now we're like in the what they're calling it. We're in the in between, like in a transition.
Yeah, we're
So
going through a transition. I mean, without a question. And for people that don't know what Brazil is saying, I've known this before I got on TikTok. For years, there have been talks of down the road there would be a fake invasion scenario. And understand what a fake
mhm.
invasion scenario is basically the Department of Defense and our higher top secret levels, not all of them agree with it. The old guard that wants everything to be covered up, they're the ones who want this fake scenario to be put into the public eye so that people think that when the positive star people come here from other worlds. Now, the weird part of this is that, you know, we have space cities and space people living in our Earth, the Agartha network. We have people living inside our Earth who are from very spiritual levels of light. They live right here now. They live below our Earth, inside our Earth, which is not a whole lot, a molten lava planet that is like burning hot. It's not what we were taught when we were going to school as kids, scientifically speaking. So this fake invasion they talk about, it's going to totally fall apart, because the fact of the matter is, with shows like mine, which are really big, we get the truth out about what's going on, and then we know that there's not a fake invasion. We know that this so-called fake invasion that Bassell is talking about, and that has been around on the internet for years, it's just a way to confuse people. Like in 1980, when Ronald Reagan was president, he spoke before the United Nations. He talked about an alien invasion. This is 1980s. I don't know how old people were in 1980, but I just graduated college in 1980. And he said to the United Nations, what would happen if we had an alien invasion? Would that, in his own words, would that unite the world? So that was a scare tactic. That was a fear-based tactic in 1980 to all the nations of the world, that he was saying, almost like he knew that the extraterrestrial beings exist, and that there was going to be an alien invasion on our planet, which is never going to happen, because it's based on a lie. It's based on a program that is being disseminated to the media for years. It's not just start happening now. Now that we're going to have physical contact with star people, and I know this is true, they're going to try to push this whole thing. Now, the fact is, you have whistleblowers coming out that are coming out publicly, speaking out since the congressional hearings in Washington. More and more of them are coming out and speaking their mind. Now, the question is, they know these people that are whistleblowers want to tell the people the truth. The people that don't want the truth are the people that are in the top echelons of the Department of Defense, who, some of these generals might want it, but you have to understand there's a generational difference between the older guard within the DOD and the younger guard. And there might be some younger guard that are following the toting line, but I think most of the younger people in these areas want the disclosure. So there's a big, I've said it before, I think there's a conflict between the old guard and the young guard in terms of this alien invasion thing, which is ridiculous. But they're going to try to do something like that. If it does happen, and I say if, I think it'd be kind of ridiculous for them to try to do it when too many people realize that there are space beings and people from other worlds that are positive and are coming here not to invade Earth. They're coming here to reconnect with us. That's really what you're saying, right?
Yes, and also what they want the collective to know as well is like the fake invasion. It's not gonna play out like how we're used to seeing it on TV. Like they want you to take away that glamour. What the fake invasion will be is what they call the false light. There's false light out there, and there is and they want you guys to remember that the Antichrist is not just one person. It's a whole collective. It's a consciousness. So just like how there's Christ consciousness, there's also Antichrist consciousness. So that's where the invasion will be, is where they're going to try to invade people's psyches and people's minds to switch over to Antichrist consciousness instead of Christ consciousness. So
yeah, I mean,
it's really,
essentially, there's so many levels to this whole scenario. I've known about it for years in my adult life in the subject. But I would tell people, think independently, use your own consciousness, watch my show, and my show, you're going to get the truth, and I guarantee you there's not going to be any kind of invasion. And I'm believing, my eyes are everywhere. My ears are everywhere. I know everything. I mean, I see everything that's going on every day. And if there's anything that pops up like that, and it starts happening, that they use this thing or whatever, or different projects that they're using to try to get people to just think about going to work every day, making a living, going to the grocery store, don't think about anything about contact with any space beings. At this point in my life, and what I know, if anyone tells me there's not going to be contact with space people, I would tell them, you have no idea what you're talking about. I've been around a long time.
That's for sure. That's for sure going to be contact, and like the veil is, like, you might as well say it's like on its last string. So
Yeah,
but
basically,
just as we're going to be coming in contact, and people are already in contact with high vibrational beings, you also have to remember that we are sharing a planet with low vibrational beings as well. So you guys just have to use your discernment. Use your discernment. Don't have any validation outside of yourself. Always go within yourself and trust your gut instinct, because it will never steer you the wrong way.
And the other thing is the lower vibrational beings, and I can attest to this, that we have been diligently working to get them, and we've been sending them off planet. There is
Yes.
a program with the Astro Command. I know this because I've been with the Astro Command since before I knew what it was. They are finding these hiding places on Earth where the Zeta are and some other beings, and they are definitely taking them off planet permanently. So that's why you're not having all the abduction cases. You still have a few of them going on. It's very rare, but it does happen. But they are being caught and they are being taken off planet before we even have any kind of direct massive contact. That has to be done. And it is being done because these different beings have been working with our government and allowing this stuff to happen for over 70 years. And hey, Bizzle, I want to thank you for being on here. It's about 1:21 in the morning. I think it's time to end the show for the night.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful night and safe travels, everyone. And peace, love, and prosperity to you all.
Absolutely. And you have a good night, Brazil. Everybody out there, Naima, thank you from Ireland. I want to thank everybody for being here. James, thank you coming in from Yosemite. Everybody out there on my audience, please share and like. We had 119.3. We've had 5,400 people watch the show since I came on tonight. So that's a lot of folks, 5,400 people. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for the gifts, your time, and feel free if you want to be a guest next time. You have a show. You have a story to tell. We'd love to hear it. So we're going to call it a night. Everybody, Bazilla, take care.
Good night.
Let's do this here. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a good Monday. Monday's always the hardest day if you're working. But you get through Monday, we're getting closer to the next weekend. Next Friday night at 11 on Encounters, we're going to be doing a journey to the Golden Ship of Light. We'll be hosting that. We'll be guiding everybody on that. You'll see my video about it on my main channel. Please follow. And thank you, Molly, everybody. We love you all. And again, another great show here on Encounters. Take care. Be well. Be loved. Love everybody, brothers and sisters, because that's our way to being the kind of people we are supposed to be in contact when we do have contact with our space brothers and sisters. We'll catch you again Monday night right here on TikTok.